Hello and welcome to another episode of Chatting with the Voices in My Head, a podcast of infinite wisdom and wealth with a humble backstory that we'll just agree to never, ever discuss. Hosted by myself, Blaine Shields. I want to thank you, all of you, yes, both of you, for joining me today. Welcome to the future. That's right, it's now 2021, and so far it has honestly felt more like 2020 Part 2. But I'm not giving up on the year being better, because I'm not giving up on people being better. Last year we got to spend some time in Florida at Disney, where my son and several others in his dance group got to dance. It was really fun, and certainly an experience that not everyone gets to have. And we were blessed in the opportunity. For me, someone who has spent a lot of their life in love with artwork and acting and singing and voice acting, it was like a teaser trailer for a film titled, What Do You Want to Do with Your Life? Also known as, What Do You Want to Be When You Grow Up? We all have dreams. We all have things that we would love to do. Often one of the toughest parts of following our dreams is that voice in our head that says to us, you're not good enough. There are too many others out there who are far better. You don't have the right connections. It's too late in your life to start something like that. No one else believes in you, so why should you? It's too big of a risk. What if you fail? What if you fall? Well, I'm sorry if I stepped on some emotional toes out there with those words. Maybe you've had the same argument with the person in the mirror about career, hobbies, projects, relationships, education, and so much more. Well, here's the thing. If you've had those conversations, you're not alone. You're not even close to being alone. I remember years ago when I was just a wee lad, I drew pictures of animals and people and things, and mind you, they certainly weren't Da Vinci works of art, but they also weren't stick people either. And I was pretty proud of what I'd drawn. I remember a picture of a dog I drew and showed my dad. And he looked at it, and he looked at me, and he looked back at it, and then he said with a bit of confusion in his voice, "That's a really good-looking horse." I stormed off and went back to my room saying, "It's a dog!" I had just gotten on my bike, pedaled a couple of feet, and fallen off into the rocks. Perfect time to say, I give up, right? But I didn't. I kept at it. And while I was never what I would call a good artist, I was pretty decent. And then I went to art school, where I discovered that not only was I not pretty decent, I was circling the drain of artistic talent. There were people there who were amazing. They had so much talent. And I remember being told that the career path that I had gone in to try and proceed in, cartooning and comics, was no longer a path at the art school because cartooning and comics is just a hobby. It's not true art. I was discouraged, hurt even, ready to give up and give in. But there were my friends encouraging me, my family encouraging me. And then there was Stan Lee and Todd McFarlane, both of whom I admired for their talent and skill, who wrote me to tell me not to give up, who told me that I had talent, and who let me know that comics and cartoons were not only art, they were inspirational to many. Have I ever made it into comics or art or cartoons? Or into acting or voice acting? No. But I also never really gave up. And that's precisely what I want to say to you today. It's a new year, and new opportunities will come up daily this year. And while you may have doubts and fears and concerns and arguments about yourself and about how much you believe in your abilities or talents, I want to do for you what others have done for me. I want to let you know that I believe in you. You have more talent in you than you give yourself credit for. And I look forward to, and I mean this, I look forward to seeing your talents shine. You are loved. And there's an adventure ahead, and you can't just sit on the ground beside your bike. Hop back on it and pedal like there's no tomorrow. God bless.